Some cable ties, 2 batteries, some holders, some stands, charging cable, cleaning cloth, a variety of connectors there for different scenarios. That's your handlebar connectors there. You've got another clip in that part there. We've got some sticky pads and a wire tie, some Velcro ties as well, a case for holding it and attaching it to other things, and something that's always quite useful. That should be a spare door for the back, but that one will be not waterproof. That one will be designed to let more sound in, because you'll find that when you're using this one, which is waterproof, very little sound will get through, whereas if you replace it for that, although it will provide some water protection for rain and stuff like that, it will however allow more sound through. Okay, so looking at the actual camera itself now, standard setup. You've got your control of all your buttons obviously around there. You've got a connector already attached. These things normally lift to open up, like so. Out comes the camera. Nice little camera. Got your little connector, your cover on the screen there, on the lens. Take that one off. So you've got your on-off button and your mode selector. You've got your OK or confirm button. You normally have a little light there to indicate whether it's on or off. But you're up and down, and quite often you'll find that the up one will turn on the Wi-Fi as well. Little protector at the back there, and on the side you've got a slot for a micro SD card, a USB and an HDMI connector. That is quite tricky with some of your sausage fingers, and you have to pull that back to release that. Let's pop the first battery in. I don't know whether it's charged or not. Put the battery in. That should just click back into place. Like so. Just turn it on, see what we get going. Might not be charged. Okay, so it's turning on nicely, and it seems to be fully charged, so the batteries come fully charged. I've just inserted a 32GB micro SD card. Seems happy with that, it's indicating it that. The first thing you should usually do when you do that is format it, so I'm going to try with that should be mode. It should take me to photos, no file to preview, setup, might be under setup. Format, there you go, so go all the way down the menu to format, press OK, internal memory, SD card actually, OK, all data will be lost, OK, that's it formatted hopefully. Right, so when you first turn it on, I've formatted the micro SD card. You're going to go straight into video recording mode, and it's indicated by there, and to start recording you press OK. But I'll just go through the settings. You press the front button to change the mode. So you've got your video first of all, then you're going to go to your photo mode to take a picture. You can see that it's already set at 20 megapixel there. and it looks like you could save 6,148 photographs on that quality setting. And then we're going to go into file preview. Now I haven't got any files on there, so I can't preview anything. And then the settings, where you can control pretty much everything, and you're going to use your OK and your up and down. So you can go for your resolution, and you can see the selection of resolutions, everything from 4K at 24 frames per second down to VGA, QGA, so it's quite low quality if you're wanting to put things on YouTube and stuff like that. I'm going to initially try it at 1080 and 60 frames per second and press my OK button. Loop recording, if you want to do loops, so that's like for car, dash cam, recording every 3, 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, I'm going to leave that off. Time-lapse recording, again, you can choose how many seconds in between each photograph, it's up to you, up to 30 seconds, a minute. I'm going to leave that off as well. OSD mean on-screen display, that's your on-screen display, I'm going to leave that on. Wide dynamic range, off or on, that's a little bit like HDR I think, I don't think I've used that, but I need to research that one. Recording audio, you can have on or off, so you can turn the sound off if you don't want it. Slow motion, off, different recording qualities you can go for slow motion, I'm going to leave that off for now. Date stamp, obviously, for putting that onto your files to when you record them onto the actual video footage. Motion detection, again, I guess that's more for if you want it in a car and your car is being bumped or moved and you want it to detect that and it will record. Anti-shake, I'm going to normally have on actually, anti-shake. Image size, there you go, 20 megapixel down to 3, no, down to VGA. So you can go all the way down to VGA if you want to, I'll leave that on 20. Sequence, off, 3, 5, 10. Okay, capture mode, single shot, 2-second timer, 5-second timer, 10-second timer, 20-second timer, single. Quality, that's your fine, your normal, and your color. I'm going to go for fine, I don't see any point in having it in lower quality unless you're trying to save storage space. Sharpness, that's just going to affect the quality of your picture, I'm going to leave that normal. Exposure, if you know what you're doing with exposure compensation like you do with a camera, whether it's bright or dark, you've got a variety of selections there. I'm just going to leave it as 0 for now. White balance, again, cloudy, daylight, tungsten, or auto, or fluorescent lights, so if you're indoors. And I'm going to leave that on auto. Colour, so you can leave that the colour, black or white or sepia, I don't see the point in that, but there we go, at least you've got the option. The ISO setting, that's more like your cameras again, like the graininess of your pictures. Everything between auto and 400. Delete, obviously if you want to delete files. Protect, if you want to protect your files from being deleted. Say you had a car crash or something and you wanted to automatically protect that. Date and time, I suppose I should set that. What are we at? 2019, and then this is month now, March, and then I think it's the 11th, and then time is now 10:05. 10:05, that'll do, thank you very much. Oh, there we go. Actually, I wanted it to be day, month, year is what I prefer, that's the normal, and press OK. I suppose we're going to come out of that with our front button. Okay, there we go. Auto power off, choices of when it turns off if you want. Okay, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Beep sound, I hate the beep sound, I'm going to turn that off, so that's just the beeping as you press your buttons. Turn that off, that should stop now. Language choices, English, French, Spanish, German, Dutch, sorry, Italian, don't know, yeah, quite a few there, okay. Leave it in English. Frequency, that's for television, that should be 50 in the UK, 60 in the States. TV mode, NTSC is America, again, PAL is UK, leave that on PAL. TV out, okay, so that's if you're wanting to connect an HDMI cable, you're going to need that. Okay, screensaver. Here you can select your car mode, so that's loop recording and a variety of things like that. Field of view, wide, I think that's 170 degrees, so you can get medium or narrow. Sometimes you might need to use those if you're using a gimbal, because you can get the actual gimbal in the footage. Fisheye adjust, okay, that's for a really wide angle. Aqua mode, if you're underwater. There's your Wi-Fi, turn that on or off, but you can normally use the button on the side there as well. There's your SSID to log to, it's Jeemak M5, okay, and I'm just going to go return. There's your Wi-Fi password, it's normally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to start with, but then you can set your own, okay. plate number setting. I guess that's for recording plate numbers when it's in car mode. Don't know that one, to be honest. Format I've just done, format your SD card, default return to default settings, and version allows you to check online to see if there's an upgrade for it, which you probably need to put in a micro SD card or something. So that's all your stuff. Go back to mode now and come around full loop back to normal recording, and I'll do some recording of that in a second. Just going to have a look at the Wi-Fi features now of the camera. So on my phone I've installed an app called OK Cam, which you can see just there. Simple case, turn the camera on. Now to turn the Wi-Fi on, you only need a very short press of that top button and you'll see it will go on one click. See the Wi-Fi is turning on quite happily. Comes up with the code and everything. So I've already done that on my phone, but my phone should now connect to that Wi-Fi, and if it doesn't, I'll connect it. Oh, there we go, it's connecting, look. It's connected. Okay, there's an exclamation mark because there's no internet available. Comes up and says no access, and I want to stay connected to that network. Say yes, so that's now connected, and it should just be a case of running the camera now, and we should be good to go. And that's it connected, so you can see now that as I move the camera around, we're getting a live view of things. Right. And from here, obviously, you can, the image is nice and clear, that's for sure. From here, you've got your settings for the various things. You can take photographs, video, photos, change the folders, look in the settings, change the resolution, do all the sort of usual things. In fact, you can turn on all the various features of the camera from within here. You can even format it. So I could have actually done the formatting from this part. Now that's quite interesting because all the other ones I've used in the past haven't had all the features like that. So it's a slightly more modern app. Okay, and that's the camera working nicely with the app.